Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. The time right now is 6 a.m. I've been up all night waiting for the Paul Logan fight and the Mayweather fight. It's been epic. I watched the fight and no one was knocked out, but I have to say, Logan got his ass beat. I think from the entire 8 rounds, he managed to land like 3 punches, and he's just been getting it from Floyd Mayweather. Even though I do want to talk about the fight, I'm not really a boxer. I don't want to comment that much on the fight itself, but there is something that I want to talk to you about which really blew my mind. So I was up all night. In fact, even from the past week, I've been thinking, how am I going to watch the fight? How am I going to watch the fight? So I went on YouTube and I thought, let me see if whether Showtime or pay-per-view will stream the fight to YouTube. And the reason I thought they would probably is because this is it's not a professional fight, right? So it's more of an exhibition fight. And with these exhibition fights, no one really loses or no one wins. But I think there'll be a lot of comments out there that Floyd Mayweather, he's a grandfather right now. If you didn't know, he's a grandfather. I think a lot of people will say that he won the fight and Paul Logan got his ass beat. But with that being said, I do have the utmost respect for Paul Logan because he managed to step in the ring with a giant, you know. Floyd Mayweather is... Look, he's a heavyweight in the boxing industry, right? And the fact that he managed to hold his own, stick it out for 8 rounds, I do applaud him. Like, look, go watch the match. You'll see that he was fatigued, he was tired, his knees were weak, and he couldn't really keep his guard up. But with that being said, I'm not going to comment that much on the fight. But what I want to talk to you about is our cable network, which is DSTV, right? So like I said, that I've been looking at ways at which I will be able to see the fight, watch the fight, and I couldn't find a way, so to speak. But then when I tried to go on the pay-per-view website to see if I can probably insert a VPN, a virtual private network that will allow me to masquerade as if I'm browsing from the United States and be able to stream the fight from there, I then found out that, hey, DSTV is going to be showing the fight this morning, which I just watched right now. And I was impressed. So I thought maybe, just like box offers, they'll probably want us to pay a fee for that, right? So it was under Super Sport Action. And I think Super Sport Action is a channel that they spawn up as and when they need to. And after everything is done, they can then take the channel down. All right, so I was on YouTube and I was watching other YouTubers out there where they were doing live commentary for the fight itself. And since, well, we've got a YouTube channel ourselves, I then thought, you know what, I'm going to do a live commentary about the fight. And that's exactly what I did. So with that being said, I then went on to DSTV and I took a look and it said that it's going to start streaming the fight from 2 a.m. this morning. And they did that. So from 2 a.m. until 5:30, they were streaming the fight or even the previous fights that took place before the main fight. And it went really well. And the reason I'm impressed is because I was watching this one YouTuber and a lot of people were saying, hey, will you show the fight? And obviously the guy says, no, I cannot because of copyright restrictions, right? So people were complaining that the server of Showtime was down and some of them could not log in and watch the fight. And on our side, with DSTV, we were able to view the fight. We were able to stream the fight without any hiccups from the beginning right to the end, which is from 2 a.m. to 5:30. No hiccups. There was no drop in connection whatsoever. Like, I'm really impressed about DSTV and their streaming services, which brings me to my next point. A lot of people are comparing DSTV to Netflix. Guys, stop doing that. Even though you say that, hey, Netflix is cheaper because you can get so much content on it and so on and so on. It's true. It is cheaper, but people also negate the fact that you need to have a strong internet connection or an unlimited internet connection in order for you to be able to watch Netflix, right? But we do know that DSTV also has Showmax. And let me stress the following. This video is not sponsored in any way. This is just me being impressed by the fact that DSTV is going all out to make sure that its customers are happy. But anyway, DSTV has Showmax. And with Showmax, I've seen that they were testing live streaming of live channels like the news, right? So this was a couple of months ago where I switched on Showmax and I saw that, oh, they've got news and they were live. So every morning, just before preparing for work, I would switch on Showmax and I would watch the news. And I think it was in beta back then. So after they were done testing it, the feature was gone, right? Which was sad. But today, this morning, I logged on to Showmax and I saw that they've got live news. So I guess it's back. And then secondly, I logged on to, I clicked on the sports tab and I saw that they have the fight. The fight was there, but they've introduced Showmax Pro, which allows you to stream sports, right? I don't know what it covers, but I guess like for an extra fee, you can get Showmax Pro, which allows you to stream sports. And for that extra fee, if I was using Showmax or I didn't have a DSTV subscription, I guess then just for that little fee that was added, then I would be able to view the Paul Logan fight and so on. Whilst other people in the United States were complaining, not really complaining, but in order for them to view the fights, they would have to purchase a viewing license from pay-per-view. And this one guy had to purchase it twice because on his TV it didn't work, and then he tried it on his PlayStation, and that's how he got the fight to. That's how we got to watch the fight. So I'm really, really impressed with DSTV, and I don't think we should be comparing DSTV to Netflix. I think Netflix is Netflix because also on my end, I've got how many subscriptions? I've got Spotify, Netflix, Showmax, and DSTV. I've got 4 subscriptions. But if I were to choose one subscription right now, and I'm being honest, I would rather go for Showmax. And the reason for that is because when it comes to entertainment or live shows like news and sports, they have sports, but Netflix doesn't have any sports. That's the unfortunate part, right? So I would choose Netflix. And again, this video is not sponsored, but I'm really impressed. And I take my hat off to DSTV because they made this possible. And I'm sure they paid money to Showtime to have the event streamed over to DSTV users, right? And we didn't have to pay an extra fee. But people that do have cable subscriptions in the United States, they had to pay a fee to be able to watch the fight, you know? So, yeah, really, really impressed with DSTV. Really, really, really impressed. I take my hats off. And I guess it's these small little things that I think people don't see, right? And if you do love sports, you'll notice that whenever there's a match, like a soccer match, when you go to Twitter, that's the thing that's trending. That's the number one thing that people talk about. Approximately 200,000 tweets surrounding, let's say, a Sundowns and Chiefs match, possibly even going higher than that. So sports, people are crazy about sports. Like, you don't understand. Sports it's a huge thing in SA. So the fact that Showmax or DSTV itself has sports, then I think they are overall better, in my opinion, if you are a sports lover, right? But if you enjoy both, then you would still go with Showmax. But purely love series or movies, documentaries, then you probably go with Netflix. I get that, right? But I have all subscriptions. I don't limit myself. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this, and do subscribe. I mean, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you love it, please subscribe. We're building a streaming platform ourselves called Blinko, stuff that you can watch, listen, and read. So head over to blinko.co.za. There you'll find lots of shows, podcasts, magazines, and so on. And thank you very much for watching, guys. And I did a live commentary about the fight itself. It's under the channel, the YouTube channel Blinko. And yeah, I mean, if you want to get in touch, we in the Soweto region, Dobsonville, right? We're streaming this from Soweto. Like I'm very grateful to be alive at this time because I'm in Soweto and I've got fiber, not wireless internet, fiber. Like I'm, super blessed, super blessed. Anyway, that's it, guys. It's been epic, and thank you very much for listening to my thoughts. My name is Banele. You can find me on social media channels. My handle is @LyricBanele, and this is inclusive of all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram @LyricBanele. It's been epic, guys. Stay blessed and have a good week. Peace.